Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today as we embark on a journey through one of the most pivotal moments in modern history. The events of September 11th, 2001 forever changed the course of the world, leaving a mark on our collective consciousness. In this podcast, we will delve deep in the complexities, the stories, and the aftermath of that fateful day. We strive to honor the memory of those we lost while seeking a better understanding of the resilience and unity that emerged in its wake. As we navigate through this difficult terrain, let us remember that knowledge is our greatest weapon against ignorance, and empathy our greatest tool for healing. Together we'll commemorate the past and forge a path towards a more informed and compassionate future. Let us remember, reflect, and strive for a world where such tragedies never happen again. And may we never forget.
American 11, are you trying to call?
The cockpit is not answering their phone. Our number 1 has been staffed, and our 5 has been staffed.
I am going to call from Washington. I am in a situation with American 11, a possible hijack.
What's going on, Betty? The aircraft is erratic again. Problem, very erratic. Betty, talk to me. Betty, are you there? Betty? Betty?
The plane just What? 737?
It what?
The World Trade Center.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
United 175, New York. We have some problems over here right now. We might have a hijack over here, 2 of them.
Jules, this is Ryan. Lives on an airplane that's been hijacked. If things don't go well, and it's not looking good, I just want you to know I absolutely love you. I want you to do good. So happy to time. Same to my parents and everybody. And I just totally love you, and I'll see you later. Bye, babe.
What are those people going to do? All the elevators are blocked out.
Oh my God, so both towers are now.
Okay, now I got an aircraft 6 miles east of the White House.
Hello?
Crystal City, just north of Crystal City.
Just to the north of your town.
Yeah, stop all departures.
Pentagon just got hit. No for CNN. God damn it, I can't even protect my NCA.
United 93, that traffic for you is 1 o'clock, 12 miles eastbound 370.
Negative contact, we're looking United 93.
United 93, Cleveland, if you hear the center ident.
I got the pistol down. Keep remaining steady. You have the ball board.
Tuesday, 9:47 a.m.
Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. I want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that I love them very much. And I'm so sorry, babe. I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye.
We're 56865. We have, I believe it is a Boeing 757. Can you see him up there, sir?
That's confirmed. It looks like he's rocking his wings.
Roger.
He's rocking back and forth.
We're 56865. I advise you stay away from that aircraft. Go north as fast as you can.
United 93, have you got information on that yet?
Yeah, he's down.
He's down?
Yes.
When did he land?
He did not land.
Oh, he's down?
Yes,
Bound?
somewhere up northeast of Camp David.
Sean, it's me. I just want to let you know I love you, and I'm stuck in this building in New York. There's lots of smoke, and I just wanted you to know that I love you always.
At number 2 World Trade Center, right. Ladies and students in this office, we're not ready to die, but it's getting bad.
I'm on the 83rd floor. I'm gonna die, aren't I? No. Say I'm gonna die.
Liv, say your prayers. We're going to think positive because you got to help each other get off the floor. Now.
Die.
A new type of war. That's what it is.
Yo, welcome back to another Talks of the CEO Talks podcast. Yes, sir.
Podcast. That was kind of
Yes,
late
sir.
about it, but
Yeah, that
shit,
was really
fuck.
delayed.
It is what it is now, brother.
We're a little bit delayed. Sorry about that.
All right.
True.
But I hope y'all having a good day. How y'all feeling today?
Bless. Shout out to Santi. He got us coffee. Don't forget to leave without our payment because he got us coffee. So shout out Santi for stopping at Starbucks.
Yeah, I don't even like that shit, but thanks.
What is it?
I'm just playing.
What is it? People want to know what you drink.
It's a grande iced latte with blonde espresso
And you?
and 5 pumps of caramel syrup.
I got a brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk.
And I got a venti medium roast with cream, 3 pumps vanilla, 2 pumps classic.
Yep.
I had to read that off my phone because I didn't know what to order, so I asked my girl to see what I get.
Yeah,
We're officially white bitches today.
Oh my God, we're white guys. But
on a very
fuck.
special day today.
Special day.
Very,
Why?
very special.
Because
day.
when you guys are listening to this, I know it's not 9/11
Not-
anymore, but
It's not the day.
fucking today's
the day.
unfortunately 9/11.
Today is 9/11. Today we wanted to do a 9/11 special for all you listeners.
Can we get a minute of silence, please? Thank you.
Okay. Now it's actually Marlon's birthday today too.
True, I was gonna ask you that earlier.
Yep.
For real?
Yeah. Marlon.
Shout out Marlon. Happy birthday,
We-
Marlon.
We always make some dark humor ass jokes with Marlon, but it is what it is.
He is dark.
True.
No, I'm saying because he is dark. Yeah, Marlon, you are pretty dark. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. 9/11. Fuck.
So much happened.
Well, you've been to
New
Site
York.
Zero, right? Is it
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Site Zero, right?
I don't know what it's called, but I have been there. It is the most eerie, like the most like once you're there, you know that you're there. So a little story about when I went there. It was kind of crazy, right? So I was walking to the grounds where it was at, and probably 2 blocks before then there was construction being done. And obviously, we all know New York is loud as fuck. Like,
Loud.
it's so much louder than Chicago. Just
yeah.
you walking, like, you always,
I know what you're about to say.
like, there's just always, like, fucking noise there. And then obviously, the construction in itself is very loud. But once I got to the site and, like, once I turned the corner, it's, like, almost like a park. And they opened up everything. They have benches. They have both towers things which are empty, and it's like a waterfall, and in there they have all the names engraved, which is, I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of fucked up because the CIA did it anyways.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But once you were there, everything went quiet. Like, all I felt like I was hearing was just like the wind, and like
Goosebumps.
I was getting goosebumps when I was there. Like,
you actually do, bro.
yeah, like, it was crazy because you're just like, I started to look around and I was like, what happened to all the noise? Like, where, like, I felt like I was alone, but everyone was there, and like everyone knew, just out of respect, like, just to be quiet. Like, when I was talking to the people that I was with, we were whispering for whatever reason.
What's going on?
Yeah, but it's just like, just
like
out of
a church.
Yeah, it's just like out of respect, like you just, I don't know, like everyone was just
Well,
there.
respect to the CIA?
No, respect to all the people that
true.
that
Innocent
died, you know.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I guess the biggest tragedy is all those innocent lives that did pass away. And if you were affected by this, my condolences to you and your family for sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, I went to the site. Have you been to New York? Or
Chicago?
No?
Yeah, I've been to Chicago.
How about New York?
No, never been there.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like Santi said, the whole city, bro. I mean, it's like fucking way bigger than Chicago, obviously. So all you hear is, grrr, with
There's
fucking
always
people,
construction.
fucking people breaking concrete and shit. People, But as soon as you get to this site, bro, silence. Like, it actually feels like
Yeah, like
it
it's
feels
crazy.
like yeah,
like
bro.
a dome.
The room.
Like
Yeah.
you're in a dome, and it's just like everything just went completely silent for, yeah.
Yo, no, yeah. So yeah, I mean, luckily I was able to go during COVID. So I know COVID brought like a lot of bad shit, right? But dude, I feel like we experienced a lot of good stuff during COVID too. Like when I went, empty. So you can really take your time, just kind of chill, bro. No one's rushing you and shit. So me and my girl got there, bro, and like Santi said, like you see these 2 holes with names all over and a waterfall. And obviously, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's really peaceful and fucking beautiful. But while I was there, all I thought about is imagine on that day, bro, like the whole street, the surrounding neighborhoods, how chaotic it was. And, obviously, only God knows what really happened that day, if it was actually terrorists or if, documents now show that, we had something to do with it. Not us exactly, right? But, the United States or the government, CIA, whatever. The 3-letter agency. But, bro, as soon as you get there, you just start thinking and replaying. And again, only God knows what happened. But you can only imagine the people that day, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, what? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't even know how to put this shit into words. But yeah, I'm sure, like, those that were affected by it, man, that shit is crazy. Like, I don't know. Even just seeing, like, I don't know, bro. This is fucked up.
Yeah, no, man. It's like, it's not an easy topic to talk about, obviously, because it's like, with all the information that has been out currently now that we know in 2023, after 22 years, like, we kind of know, like, what truly happened. And, like, that's where we're, like, I feel like that's where you're stuck in, like, the middle, right? Because it's like, you want to speak on, like, the truth and obviously what happened, but you also feel bad for, like, all of those innocent lives that just had to die just for the sake of these evil ass people, And what's even crazier was when I was in Mexico and I was coming back, obviously from the hotel to the airport, it was an hour drive, and the taxi driver, he was telling me about 9/11. Like, he asked me, he was like, "Oh, like, what do you like? How is it over there, like, during 9/11? Because I know, like, the towers fell and, like, it was sad." And, like, I mean, we just live our day-to-day lives now. And he was telling me how when it happened in 2001, he lived in Mexico, but he was like, everyone in Mexico was in complete shock because obviously they look at the U.S. like such a mighty country, such a powerful country. And then, like, in a snap of a finger, like, that should just happen. And, like, he said that he was scared because he didn't know what was going to happen next. Like, he thought it was going to be like a war, or like even a war where Mexico had to join in. And it was crazy. Like, he was just telling me how his day-to-day life changed. And it's insane to me how, like, something like this can impact someone in a completely different country.
Yeah, bro. No, do you guys remember, I don't know if you listened to it or not, but this was about a year ago, actually. I sent this interview. That's why I was on my phone. I was trying to find the interview. But there's this interview with Niels Jorgensen or some shit like that. He has a couple interviews, but if you guys want to listen to it, there's one specifically on Lex Friedman. He has a podcast, and it's Niels Jorgensen. New York firefighters.
Oh, and, yeah, I do remember seeing
that. Bro, that shit, that story was crazy, bro. Crazy. The way he explained it into detail. So he's a firefighter in New York, and he explained, how everything went down and how, like, God was really helping him that day. Because, bro, there were so many times where he could have died. Yeah. And there was this, I can't say word for word, so, like, don't hold me to this. But he did say that he was trying to get into the building. Oh, no, he was trying to get out of the building. And the elevator, like, dropped, like, 30 stories. So there was, like, 2 elevators on top of each other. The elevator on the bottom was on fire, but they couldn't open it because it was, like, blocked with, like, concrete or some shit, right? It was on fire, and the elevator on top of it was now like a fucking pot, bro. And because of this fire was impacting the guys on top. So they were, like, being burnt alive, bro.
It's sad.
Yeah, and he says that he remembers when one of the towers collapsed, and he says that he does not understand how he did it, but he went to a pillar and grabbed the pillar as hard as he could. And I don't know exactly, again, like, don't quote me, but I think he said something about like how he felt like pretty much like an angel holding him to the base. And dude, I mean, you guys should listen to the story. I'm not gonna lie, I think I teared up like listening to it because it's one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. And again, whether we did it or whether it was actual terrorists, it doesn't remove the fact that so many innocent lives were impacted this day. And
yeah,
the one thing I do remember in high school, in my English class, one of the teacher, he said that he got a note. So I remember this pretty much word for word. So he said it was 9/11. It was like the morning or whatever. And someone comes into, because at this time I don't think they had like the tele, where like people announce shit over the phone or over
the intercom.
Yeah,
shit?
intercom. And a girl from the office comes and gives him a note and says, "We were attacked by terrorists. Everyone's gonna go home. Like, just try to keep everyone calm," or some shit.
Oh, this was out in New York?
No, this was here in Grizzly North. He was just going, like Santi said, like so many people were, like the whole world was impacted.
Yeah, it
but,
for sure was.
He's a teacher and he gets this note and it says like, "Keep everyone calm. Everyone's gonna go home. We were attacked by terrorists," or some shit like that. And he tells everyone, he's like, today is a day that everyone's gonna remember for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm not too sure what's going on, but I really feel like today everyone's gonna be impacted."
Wait, but this was like on the actual, like when the shit actually happened.
Yeah,
9/11 doesn't work.
Yeah, 9/11. And he says that he goes outside, and they all go outside or some shit, and he tells everyone to look up, because all planes were grounded for like a day or two.
Yeah.
So no noise in the air, no noise pollution. And Andy has talked about it. Obviously, I was only 3 when this happened.
True.
But I guess the entire nation came united, bro. And American flags everywhere, people waving at each other. Like this sense of like, we have to have each other's back.
True.
Which is, obviously, ultimately, that's what we want. And, at the end of the podcast, we'll mention it again, because I think united we stand.
Divided we fall.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I mean, there's so many theories, especially when you like right now on Santi's computer, it's just replaying like the towers falling. And there's this one thing, I know you guys have listened to his podcast for sure, I'm pretty sure, but the guy that killed Osama bin Laden, the sniper guy, or the SEAL, the Navy SEAL, he always says that, and I'm gonna play it for you guys, but he pretty much says, or you'll hear it, right? But he says that the reason he wanted to do this mission wasn't for him.
"I'm going. I just need to say it out loud. If we know we're going to die, why are we going?" Which is fair. And we said, we're not going after bin Laden for the fame or for the money. We're going after Osama bin Laden for the single mom who dropped her kids off at elementary school on a Tuesday. And then 45 minutes later, she jumped to her death out of a skyscraper, because that's a better alternative than whatever in the hell is going on inside at 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. And her last gesture of human decency was to hold her skirt down as she killed herself. She was never supposed to be in the fight. We're supposed to be in the fight. That's why we're going.
I don't know, man. I mean, when you guys think, it's so hard to put like words into this shit, bro. Like, I don't know.
And to be honest, like I want before I came on here, like I really wanted to talk about like because I saw, like I told them, and of course you guys should watch it. It is Alex Jones's movie, the 9/11 Road to Tyranny. He talks about a lot, and obviously, Hosian earlier, he quoted from a video, but we don't know word for word. So you guys should be actually going in, like just taking our word and going and actually listening to it, watching it, to get like the actual sense of what's happening. Like we're just delivering the message and the resources for you guys to actually go and do your own research. So whatever we say, don't actually quote unquote like that's exactly what that person said. We're just, because we're all human. Like we're not perfect. We're not going to remember everything that was said, especially in a 3-hour long movie or however long, hour-long podcast episode. We just remember the important words, the important topics. But to be honest, I did want to come on here and speak on it, but we can do that in another podcast because I feel like today is really just about those innocent lives that, you know, we lost during a day like today.
Yeah.
I mean, it is sad to see, bro. Like, I mean, you guys said it. Like, it's crazy how literally, like, all across the world, like, life was impacted. I know, like you were saying, you know, people were a little bit more united. And it's crazy how tragedy has to happen for people to be united. And that's pretty fucking sad. Because, I mean, it's like what we just said, you know, fucking united we stand and, like, divided we fucking fall. And, you know, that's the point of what these people want to do. They want to divide us. They want to, you know, have us argue, have us hate each other. But at the end of the day, you know, fucking, whether you guys believe it or not, God made us brothers and sisters, and we got to love and fucking take care of each other. And like I'm saying, it's crazy how such things, like, obviously it's a big ass thing will happen. And, you know, it could have been planned. It probably was, I don't know. You know, we'll probably never know, but it was for sure probably planned. And I mean, we just gotta look, even in situations like this, we gotta look at, like, the optimistic of all sides. You gotta look things in a very positive way, even if it's, like, the most fucked up scenes, even in, like, in your own personal life or whatever the case is. But I mean, man, it's like Santi says, we don't know what the fuck to say. And I mean, we just pay respect to all those, you know, obviously innocent people that lost their lives and their family members. And, you know, God's with y'all.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's because you can only imagine, bro. Like, there's recordings of people calling them back home. Hey, I don't know what's about to happen, but we're being attacked. Hey, I love you. Like, bro, imagine getting a phone call like that or a voicemail or whatever. Shit's fucked, bro.
Bro, like, you just fucking freeze type of thing. Like, you don't know how to react to it.
Yeah, bro. Like, some kids lost mom and dad. Some kids lost, you know, just dad or mom. And fuck, bro, this is why we have to hold people accountable to the extreme. And again, we're not certain who did it, right? I mean, again, the fucking documents say otherwise. And
yeah, if you watch Alexis Jones's movie, he describes literally what happened starting 1995.
Detail by detail.
Detail, case by case, all the way until 2002. His movie ends with the 2002 time frame. So he literally talks about what was happening before 9/11, leading up to 9/11, and then going into after 9/11 and what happens and what they wanted to do. And I'm just going to say this now because it literally happened in the movie, but history repeats itself. Their game plan that they wanted to do back in 2001 is super, super similar to their plan that they're doing now. Right now, it's completely different. They're not attacking us with an airplane or anything like that. They're attacking us by taking our rights and our amendments. And so, I don't know. I mean, you guys, I would definitely recommend. It is a very long movie. It's about 2.5, 3 hours long. But Alex Jones, 9/11, Road to Tyranny, he releases all these documents. And I mean, don't just look up Alex Jones, because all you're going to see is what the media wants you to see, which is that he's just a conspiracy theorist, that he's full of shit, he's full of lies. But to be honest, for someone like him, who if this was technically a lie, what he is saying, I mean, he can end up in jail, but he hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much shit that he could have been put away for like making these accusations, because these accusations are against federal and government people. So it's like, these can lead to jail time for Alex Jones. And the fact that it's been over 20 plus years and he hasn't, lived a day there.
Yeah. It's because the way he delivers things sometimes kind of makes people like upset.
Yeah, of course.
The whole Sandy Hook shit is what really like kind of like quote unquote
off,
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has a fucking point in a lot of shit that he says. I mean, obviously do your own research, but fucking, I don't know, man.
And he owns up to his losses too.
Yeah,
he owns up to when he's wrong, but it just so happens that he's right more than he is wrong.
Yeah, he's like fucking 80, 90% right.
So, and like this whole documentary is so crazy. Like it just, he pulls out facts and he pulls out like trails that, you know, never hit the media, never hit the light because of that fact that they want it all, you know, closed out and they don't want people to know. But, you know, they're mistaken because now we live in the information age where information can travel in a speed of light, and
information can change your situation.
That's true. This guy. But
shut up, I am.
True. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's crazy things what is actually out there. And I mean, look for yourself. This would be on another podcast where we dive into that movie and what has actually happened. Maybe probably for the next one we can follow up with this one.
What happened before? What happened
Dude,
during?
no, I mean, Joe Rogan. You know, Joe Rogan's a guy where he doesn't just talk out of his ass. He really likes to do his own research and shit. But he really dove deep into the whole 9/11 conspiracy, and he talks about like things leading up to it and how things just out of nowhere fucking happen. Like money, I think it's kind of like the Ukraine situation. Money was set, money was like laundered or whatever, and people were about to start like making noise about it, and then the next day, the accountants or whatever, the accounting section was hit directly by the plane. So like, I'll play it right here so you guys can listen to it.
True.
But
I think,
fuck, man.
I think it's in this video. It was like 2.7 billion or trillion, something like that.
Let's do it. The day before 9/11, the day before the attacks, Rumsfeld gave a press conference where he talked about trillions of dollars missing. The day. Then a plane slams into the very part of the building where they were doing the accounting. Blows up half the fucking building in the Pentagon. Blows up a wall.
Dude, and then people even say that the Bush had connections to bin Laden.
Well, yeah, because
you were telling me something in the morning.
Yeah. So I mean, this is what's in the movie. Bin Laden used to work for the CIA.
Oh, exactly.
You guys, I don't know. A lot of people don't actually know this, but the CIA isn't a government entity.
Yeah,
it's its own corporation. It's owned by just, we can, if we had enough money to buy out the CIA, we can buy the CIA out. But obviously we don't, and we never will, because they're just bitches, you know. But this has been like this, so it's all just a money hungry scheme for people. And I'm just gonna say this: the people who hit those towers, the people who flew those planes and hijacked them, they were in the U.S. 6 years before.
Years. Oh, you're right.
And
fuck! This even just made me like
they learned how to fly a plane in California,
and then their families were flown out
the day
hours after this happened or some shit.
Bin Laden's family
like flown out to
was
because they were here. They were here in the U.S. and they were flown. They were able to leave, no questions asked. Just got on a plane and
they were the only plane that was still able to leave, while every other single plane was not able to be in the air.
Right, was grounded.
Yep. The Bin Laden family was the only one that was able to get away. If people don't know, Bin Laden actually owns a home, I think in, where is it, Miami or California? One of those two. He had a whole home here, and for his family, you know, he owned a lot of shit. And, oh, I do remember what I told you. So obviously, we went to war with Afghanistan right after this, but they had moved our people into Afghanistan a month or months prior to 9/11 happening. And they were instructed that they were going to go to war before 9/11 happened. They also knew prior to 9/11 that there was going to be attack on Manhattan, because in 1995 there was an attack on Oklahoma, and it was the same exact terrorist people, the same exact what's their name again? Al-Qaeda.
Yeah,
Al-Qaeda. There was the same exact, you know, team, and they all knew. They all knew. Like I said, they worked for the CIA, and you just got to watch the movie. and obviously we'll go more into it in the next episode because that's gonna be a good one. But so much happened, so much shit went down to the paper trail of Bush and how he got rich out of all of this, how Bin Laden got rich out of all of this. It's insane.
Yeah, bro.
Insane.
It's crazy to think about. Like, let's say our government really did this, right? And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie or have like done any research on like killing Bin Laden. But the lady that was like in charge of finding Bin Laden, she dedicated her life for like 6 or 7. I don't know how many years, but she dedicated her life to finding this man. So imagine that the government does this thing and they make everyone believe that this actually happened. And you get me? And then there's people wasting money trying to figure out where this guy, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Kind of like,
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, honestly, put it into words. But pretty much so much money went into this that honestly maybe probably shouldn't have, because one day when everything gets exposed, bro, like if Vivek went into office, I just wish someone went into office and was like, you know what? Let the truth be told about everything.
Everything.
Can you imagine? I mean, that probably would be chaos, bro.
That would cause major. I mean, but the thing is, I think at that point, since our leader would be the one exposing it, it would be like almost like a controlled chaos.
Right.
Because it would be like us good people knowing like what the fuck. And then obviously whenever someone tries to defend the other side, we know those are the bad people.
What's that one saying? Like chaos brings... Oh, fuck. I forgot. Like something about like unity or some shit like that. Like after chaos brings... I don't know. I
well, yeah, because I mean, think about it. And this is going to suck, but... if you wanna change something like so drastically like that, you have to destroy it. Like you have to cause
That's what I was gonna say. Do you really think like there's gonna be controlled chaos? Because I mean, we know how these other people can react, and I mean,
true. But I mean, them leaking out the information, that's destroying everything. Like that's destroying like the whole our whole government system, because everyone is gonna know that they're full of shit and they lied to us for the last 30 plus years since the media has been out.
Bro, and then you think about these dark hidden projects. That one guy, what's that guy? Dr. Greer?
Oh, yeah, the alien guy?
Yeah, but he's more than just an alien guy.
The guy that's in the wheelchair?
No. Dr.
You're talking
Stephen
about Hawkins?
Greer. Right?
I don't fucking know.
What's his name? Dr.
Yeah, Stephen Greer. You're the guy with the glasses.
Yeah,
he mostly talks about aliens and on like those disclosed documents and shit like that.
Dr. Stephen Greer. So he talks about projects that are kept even away from the CIA and the president, bro. Like it's like this it's like the deep state where contractors are contracted. They die after they're done doing these projects and shit, bro. Like there's so much out there that people don't know, bro. And I remember
we don't know,
nigga. That's fucking crazy, bro.
I know, but I remember. So this is the thing, bro. When people wake up, I think it even says in the Bible or something like that, where skeletons. When you take the scales off your eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Knew or started learning about all this shit. Dude, I swear, I can like replay this day back like so fucking vividly. But I was being told all this information, right? And at first, it seems crazy as fuck. And then you'd start doing your own research. And I swear it's like scales being taken off your eyes. And I remember this night when I was being told all this shit, dude, I started tearing up. With like not crying, but I feel like scales were actually taken off my eyes, bro.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I don't know, I can't even explain it. And then I left. I was driving home and tears were coming out of my eyes because of everything that I just heard. And I couldn't believe, but I could believe. And then doing your own research. And then I just had to pray, bro. I did like an Our Father. And I was like, you know what? Like, I can't believe all this shit.
It's just... Because, bro, like, I mean, we're so accustomed to, like, it's okay to believe what the news is telling us. Like, the news is telling us the absolute truth. And then it's just like a switch. Like, it's like nope, here are the facts that they're lying to you. And then you start to think like, holy fuck, like they've been lying to me this whole time.
Right.
And then that's where I think those scales start to come off. And because in the beginning, I used to be super delusional. Like I would be like, dude, there's no way they're lying to us. Like,
right.
It's like no possible way. The government has our best interest in us.
It would just make sense.
It makes perfect sense. But, and then more and more started happening and more started coming out. And then I started doing my own research. And then I think I had the similar situation as Hosian where I just remember crying and it was like, not obviously bawling, but just tears coming out of my eyes. And it was like, holy shit. Like, and like just feeling the goosebumps and just knowing like these are the facts and they've been lying to us. And it absolutely fucking destroyed me because it was like my whole life has been a lie. Yeah, exactly. My whole life has been a lie. And like from there, you just start to think like anything that these people tell me is just a lie.
Right.
It's sad.
Shit, man. I don't know. But when it comes to 9/11 again, like I don't want to sway too much off the topic. Because I do want to like thank everyone that day, bro. Like all these people, you know,
First responders.
Yeah, all these dude, imagine everybody that was affected, bro. From the fucking taxi driver that day.
For real. Bro,
to
everybody.
The fucking doctors.
Restaurants.
Everything.
The newborns.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Casey Neistat actually, I think he might be releasing a video today because he does one like every 9/11.
Yeah.
I think so, but he obviously he lives in New York and he went to try to go help and he kind of records the chaos, bro. I don't know, man. It's just so much.
It's really eye-opening for sure.
Yeah. I remember the first time some kid told me, I was in elementary and I was on the bus and he's like, hey man, like it was 9/11 that day. He's like, hey man, 9/11 was bullshit. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah man, a plane can't destroy a building. Fire can't burn steel. Like, I mean, melt steel like that, you know? And he was telling me all this shit. But we were kids, and I wasn't really like paying attention.
Hey, what the fuck are you saying?
I was about like fucking think about recess or something. And I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. So much you can say. To be honest,
but to be honest, I think we'll just end this off with our condolences to everyone affected, all the innocent lives, and all those heroes. We thank all the heroes that are still alive. We thank. They're actual heroes. And again, just enjoy today. Enjoy every day.
Be thankful.
Be thankful. Good always wins. God is first. Do your own research. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, God bless America, bro.
For real. God bless America.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening.
No one who lived through the horror of the September 11th terrorist attacks can ever forget the agony and the anguish of that terrible day. It was a terrible day. The images of dark plumes of smoke billowing over lower Manhattan, the Pentagon, and a field of Pennsylvania, such a beautiful field, are seared into our minds forever. We will never forget. Today, on this solemn anniversary of those monstrous attacks, we remember the 2,977 precious souls who were savagely taken from us on that morning 22 years ago, leaving a void that can never be filled, No matter what happens, it can never be filled. We will say a prayer for each of the beautiful families they left behind, whose pain is beyond comprehension. What they've gone through is not even believable. We honor the firefighters, the great New York PD, the police department, what great people they are. They are so great. And the Port Authority officers, the Virginia, D.C., and Pentagon police, and the military service members and other first responders, actually all over the country. They acted with supreme heroism, and they went to the site of the most heinous crime. They would leave other states far away and go to the World Trade Center site, the Pentagon. They'd go to Pennsylvania, who in many cases gave their lives in the line of duty. God bless the memory of all of those who perished in the 9/11 attacks. We will never, ever forget. We will never forget you. We love you. God bless their families, and God bless America. Thank you.